Rachelle Kirchhoff, and I'm here today to learn more about wool harvesting.
Okay, Rachel, wakey wakey. Before dawn, we need a hearty breakfast for a hearty day's work with Macintosh shearing.
Good morning, Rachel.
Nice to see you so early. Come and get some coffee, mate.
Wool harvesting is the shearing of sheep and the sorting and baling of wool for sale. With the rest of the crew, it's off to Paparata Station as the sun comes up in the heart of King Country. With over 10,000 sheep, just the place for Rachel to learn from one of the best. Like Dean Huia, TECTRA Regional Training Manager, who's been in and around shearing for over 45 years.
By the time I was 12, I was big enough to actually pull the sheep out and shear one. Before
There are 3,500 shearers and wool handlers in New Zealand, which seems like a lot until you know there are 33.1 million sheep. But can Rachel shear her first one? To get started, she'll need the shearer's bare essential tools.
Well, over here, Rachel, well, to start with, we have the moccasins.
What are they for?
Well, they're the closest thing to bare feet that you can get. And you'll find that when you're shearing, you're actually rolling from side to side on your feet and on the balls and on the toes. And that gives you good grounding on the floor.
Are they good for dancing?
Dancing around the sheep. Your handpiece, it's about $750 worth, so treat it like you would your fingers, okay? Don't go dropping it. You can't take it home and give your brother a haircut with it.
She's tooled up and ready to shear, but can't be sheepish because after some handling tips from Dean, she needs to catch her own sheep.
Ow, ow.
Turn its head. Right, now walk backwards over this way. Good one.
Yay.
That's right, straighten your back up.
Yeah.
And put the flank near the handpiece. Good girl. Bottom tooth. Well, I suppose the process of the shearing first is to have the sheep comfortable. You're not actually holding it, you're just supporting it. Then basically all you're doing is swinging your hand, trying to do a good job, no harm to the animal and no harm to yourself. So hold it over here. Right, now go through.
Through what way?
This way.
I'll hit my hand, won't I?
This way, please. And then when you get close to it, lift your hand up. Sweet, just like mowing a lawn.
What?
And look what you did with that lawn.
Removing wool from the sheep is also important for meat production and the general health and welfare of the animal.
Normally when they finish doing their first sheep, they've got that buzz and they want to get back on and do another one and try and do it a bit quicker because the good shearers actually make it look so easy. And that's your first sheep. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not the fastest I've seen, but you've all got to start somewhere.
So how many sheep do people normally do in a day?
During the main shear, they'd probably do 450 of these in a day. No problem.
I beat it.
With Rachel's first sheep shorn, she's found out how physical the job is, but how fit does it make a gun shearer?
So does shearing keep you fit then?
Oh, yeah. Keep it all toned up anyway. Little.
Shearing can sharpen up your guns. And after sharpening the blades of a comb and cutter, it's time for Rachel to find out how to remove the wool safely from around the shearer.
Okay, Rachel, what we're going to do, you're going to be taking the wool away from the piece as Dean's shearing it, so you're working in tandem with him. If you're going to put your fingers in there, they're going to chop it off, right? So we have to be careful when we take this out. We clear it away while his handpiece is away from me. So he's going up, and I'm in here with my hands safely away from the handpiece, all right? Good girl. Away you go.
Now?
Yep. His handpiece is going up there.
Okay.
Because he's not going to wait for you. So bend down, you have to bend. Good girl.
The wool is immediately sorted into differing qualities.
You see the difference between this good body wool and that discoloured wool? See that? So that comes out, the less processing that they do when they take the raw materials away, the more the farmer's going to get back in dollar terms, okay?
So what are the different types of wool used for?
Most of it goes into carpets, bedding, socks, upholstery.
In fact, sheep and wool have been woven into the fabric of human civilization for more than 10,000 years. Throughout history, we've made clothing, carpets and furnishings, and even the odd sheep rodeo. But not all wools are created equal. Rachel changes the mob of sheep to one with longer wool. Because this fleece is from longer wool, it stays together as a complete fleece and needs to be picked up in one clean sweep.
And up and out. Beautiful.
When on the table, any off-type wools need to be removed before it can be processed further.
So I guess you'd need a good eye for detail.
Yes, you do need a good eye.
It's harder than it looks.
Another important process is blending, which combines different wool lengths and colour into a consistent line.
Blending is like throwing snow, Rachel. Pick it up and play with it. Yep.
When this wolf in sheep's clothing isn't scaring young ladies, he's doing a modern apprenticeship and travelling around the country with Macintosh shearing.
So what's your favourite part about the job?
Sort of the lifestyle, like learning to shear and stuff like that, it's real enjoyable.
Enjoyable? I found it pretty hard.
Yeah, it's always hard when you first start.
What's your crew like?
Oh, it's good, you know, heaps of strong friendships and kind of like a big family, really.
This big family Macintosh shearing is led by Eddie Parkinson.
Been shearing for about 35 years, so probably doing about 1.2 mil, 1.3 million sheep anyway.
Every crew has a crew leader responsible for keeping things running smoothly.
Happy crew's a good crew.
A bit of healthy competition amongst the team also helps keep things interesting.
Man, they're really getting through these sheep.
But look out, if another guy comes in, they'll just step up the pace.
Really? Why do they step up the pace?
It's quite competitive, and each one of these guys has that little bit of a gunslinger thing about them.
New Zealand has the world's largest shearing competitions and is the ultimate stage for most shearers. Wool handling is a good way to earn and save, as often accommodation and living costs are covered. Many shearers work year-round, including stints in Australia, Britain, Europe and North and South America. Our wool harvesters are seen internationally as being well-trained and very good at their job. But for now, Rachel is just happy to be part of the crew.
If you're the type of person that enjoys hands-on stuff, this is the industry for you. But if you're a thinker as well, it helps as well because of the many technicalities that are involved in things. And basically, if you have the will to learn, then this is the place for you. Good girl.
So, does Rachel still have the wool pulled over her eyes?
Very proud of myself for shearing a whole sheep. I definitely consider this as a job.
Rachel did really well. She's got a nice smile and she's quite happy to get her hands in there, and I think actually she enjoyed it a lot.
The comments from all the other guys is that they thought she had shorn before, that she could bluff them, then it's not too bad.
Because working in the wool harvesting industry is physical work, you'll need to be reasonably fit. There are no specific entry requirements to enter as a wool handler, although some employers prefer their employees to have completed a wool harvesting certificate. All training is gained on the job, so you can earn while you learn.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.